And thank you to Carl Levin and John Dingell, two great Democrats, for their years of service to Michigan and to our country. I'll never forget the work we did together in Congress to ensure that all Americans have access to quality, affordable health care. And to rescue America's auto industry, Michigan's auto industry. We did these things, and don't let Rick Snyder or anybody else take credit for them. And fellow Democrats, it's great to have Bill Clinton back in Michigan. Now, Bill Clinton is the real comeback kid. The real comeback kid. Now, you know my story by now. My dad was a science teacher, my mom was a nurse. I saw the difference they made. They showed me that the key to a good job is a good education. And that if you worked hard and played by the rules, you could live the American dream. That's why I've always stood up for good jobs, for great schools, and for a strong middle class. I've never backed down from a fight, and my union brothers and sisters here in this room can attest to that. We stood together at the state capitol in December of 2012 and fought against Rick Snyder's right to work for less. And I've got the pepper spray to prove it. I ran for office to make a difference. And right now, Rick Snyder is making the wrong kind of difference. We were promised a tough nerd, but that's not what we got. He didn't get tough on corporate special interests who benefited from his $1.8 billion corporate tax giveaway, or his nerd fund contributors, or his cousin George's furniture business. He didn't get tough on them. Snyder got tough on exactly the wrong people. He got tough on our kids by cutting $1 billion from public education from our schools. He got tough on our families by raising taxes on parents raising our children, our most precious resource in Michigan. And he even got tough on the working poor by raising their taxes too. And Snyder's been tough on retirees, breaking a promise by creating the Snyder job-killing retirement tax, which I will repeal when I'm governor. That's just not wrong. That's not tough. That's wrong. That's wrong. Michigan is ready for change, and I can attest to that by all of you in this room. We are ready for change. And as your next governor, I'm going to wake up each and every day fighting for a strong middle class, because the best way to grow the economy is from the bottom up and the middle out, not from the top down. I'll be the education governor and mean it. Because public education is the silver bullet. It's how we compete for jobs and give our kids a chance. I'll raise the minimum wage because nobody who works full-time should be raising their children in poverty.
Thank you.
And we in Michigan are better than that. As governor, I'll support our cities, starting with the great city of Detroit. And it's time to get on the right side of history. That's why I'll fight to bring real equality to Michigan. Real equality to Michigan, because nobody should face discrimination based on who they love or what they look like or where they came from. Nobody. That's not our Michigan. That's not our Michigan. And finally, as your governor, I'll value the labor movement and all that it's done. And did I tell you that I'm a card-carrying, dues-paying union labor? It's time for a governor that values the labor movement and all that it's done to build a strong middle class in Michigan and in this country. And as your governor, as your next governor, I will repeal right to work for less. I will repeal right to work for less. We will repeal right to work for less. We will do it. Now, Lisa Brown and I want to build an economy that works for everyone, not just for the wealthy and the well-connected, but for everyone. Rick Snyder's scared, and he should be. We're neck and neck in the polls, and we're just getting started. His billionaire friends have already spent millions of dollars on a smear campaign against me. Now, we may not match their money, may not beat it with TV ads, but make no mistake, we are going to beat it. Now, I've taken out 2 out-of-touch Republican incumbents in my time, and my running mate, Lisa Brown, has taken out one of her own. We are going to make Rick Snyder and Brian Calley number 3 and number 4. We're in blue state. It's time for us to start acting like it. It's time for us to start organizing like it. It's time